Hello and welcome to Little Blue Star Cards. I'm Jane Allen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. This little card is made from the Hedgehog stamp set called Happy Hedgehogs, and it's got a matching punch as well. It's so cute. So this is what I've done today. This gorgeous little card on here with some heat embossing. So this is from Happy Hedgehogs. So let's get started. So we've got a base card. I've got my layer of DSP. Now this is from the in colours. So this colour here is Orchid Oasis and this one is Sweet Sorbet. And I've used the dots on that one and then the like flowery pattern on this one. So this layer is 5 5/8 by 4 inches. And that's going to go on there. And then our layer of white is 5 1/8 by 3.5 inches. So that is our layers. So we can go ahead and glue that red layer on, because that's going to go straight onto our base card. Just a little border around the outside. And then we're going to work on our our layer here. So we're going to grab some ink and our blending brush. So I've got my blending brush and I have got Mossy Meadow, and we are going to blend it about halfway. So when I get, I've shown you this before, but when I do my blending brush, ink up your brush and then just take the excess off, and then you won't get a nasty splodge, excuse me, you won't get a nasty splodge, you'll get this gorgeous soft colour going up. So I'm just going to ink it again, take off that excess, and go up roughly about halfway. And you get a lovely soft colour, and obviously this is buildable, so if you want it a darker colour you just get more and you keep just building up that colour to the shade that you want. So I think I'm happy with that one, so I'm going to leave it as that, so I can pop that away now. Pop that away. And then once we've got our base of our colour that we like, we're going to add the tree. So it's this tree we're going to heat emboss with white. So I've mounted my stamp already. And then I'm going to grab my heat embossing stuff. So I need my Versamark. This is an embossing buddy, and I'm very pleased to say there's an embossing buddy coming in the new July to December catalogue, and it comes as a set with all sorts of goodies, so I'm sure you'll be pleased to know about that. So embossing body, it just removes your your greasy fingers or anything that you don't want to heat emboss, you don't want your powder to stick to. I've actually turned it around, so I'm going to go like that because I want my tree that side. So you ink it up in the Versamark and then onto your piece that you have coloured with your blending brush. So there's the Versamark onto there, and then we're going to put the white heat embossing powder. I keep mine in a little tub, so hence why it's in this little tub, because I can just scoop it over like so and then give it a flick give it a tap off, give it a flick, and then obviously heat that up. I'll just do that off camera because it's noisy. And there we go, there's our heated powder. It's gone like a shiny colour. I have done heat embossing before on video. I will it's on a previous video. I'll try and link it below if I can. And then once you've done our heat embossing, we're going to do the little hedgehogs. So I've got this one here. I'm going for soft suede. I'm going to get my soft suede out, and then the little one as well. So let's ink him up. Tap, tap, tap. The little one's going to go this side on the sort of the whiter part of the card, and then this one we're going to punch out with the punch. So I'm going to ink that up, and then when you ink that, I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to do it towards the top right of my piece of paper, piece of card rather, because when you get the punch, I'll just show you, the punch is like this. So when you flip it over, you've got the little part there which is like the prickles bit, and then the outline of the hedgehog. So if you wanted to do it in cardstock without the stamp, you could just punch him out and you would get that, and then that bit there would go on the top. But for the purposes of this little stamped image, obviously open it up, just opens like that, and then pop it in. And now the reason I went for the top, because I've got this bit to hold on to. If you cut a piece that's too small, it's just a bit fiddly to get hold of, so that's the reasoning behind that. So I have just lined him up with the stamped image. Got a nice little border. I can see where I'm going to stamp. I've gripped it so it's not moving. You just like push it just a little tad and it doesn't move, and then once you're happy you can then press down and punch him out. There we go. Probably should have coloured before I punched, but hey ho, doesn't matter. Right, I've got my blends here. So I've got light crumb cake and light soft suede. So the soft suede is going to be for the prickles at the back of the hedgehog here. So I love these blends. They can just and then you just follow the area that you want to colour really, so they're quite easy to follow, and then you just colour. I'm going with soft suede all over his back, and then all obviously these little prickles here. There you go. Probably colour before you punch, but it doesn't really matter, because if you do make a mistake, you haven't punched it already. But I wouldn't have thought it made much difference, to be honest. And then I've gone for light crumb cake for the body parts. Well, it's all his body, isn't it? But you know what I mean, this part of his body here. And then when I've done that, I'm just going to use a bit of light smoky slate. I'll go in with the pen end, actually the thin end, and just go around his underside of his mouth and just around his prickles there. It just gives a slight shadow, which I think actually finishes it off quite nicely. You could use dark crumb cake or something, but I've mislaid my pen, so I can't actually find it. And then once you've got him as you want, you can go back in with your crumb cake and sort of blend it a little bit. So you could blend that out a bit around the bit that you've just made shadow. Once you're happy with that, I actually put in a bit of shadow underneath. I think it finishes it off nicely. With the light smoky slate just round his feet, and then this one, work out where he's going to go. So I think about there, just a couple of little dots to show sort of roughly the area. Give it a little shadow when you're happy. There we go. And then when it pops up, it will be in the right place when we pop it up on dimensionals. So let's layer this up then. So we've got our base card that we did earlier with the sweet sorbet layer that I've already glued on. Now we can glue our layer that we heat embossed and used our blending brush for the soft green colour, which was actually Mossy Meadow. Love that. I love the blending brushes. So nice. And then we can just pop him up on some dimensionals. If I can find them. There they are. So, pop him up on dimensionals. Oh, we forgot our sentiment as well, didn't we? So just do that as well. Pop him on there. Obviously you could leave it blank if you wanted to. You don't have to have a sentiment on every card, do you? So you could leave it blank. I've actually mounted that one up, which is the other sentiment from this set. So it's so nice of you to be so nice. And finding a friend is the best discovery of all. So I've done one with that, and I'm going to use the other sentiment there in soft suede again. So ink, tap tap tap, and then roughly about sugar. Hang on a minute, I'm going to have to move my head into the camera. I moved it before I was ready. There we go. Saved it. And then that is our card. So I'm hoping you like that today. Thank you for joining me again, as always. I do appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please subscribe, and you can get to see me do more videos. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.